Hello viewers, in this video we'll see standard price method. Before we go into the problem, we'll see what is this standard price method. This standard price is nothing but the predetermined price. Okay, and here all the issues are priced at this price. Okay, and the relationship between the actual price and the standard price is the material price variance. If the actual price is more than the standard price, the loss will occur. And if the actual price is less than the standard price, profit will be obtained. And this will be the material price variance. Okay, now we'll see the formula to calculate this material price variance. Material price variance is nothing but the closing stock units into standard price. Okay, once we finish doing the problem, we'll arrive at closing stock, right? That closing stock we have to take it here, and the standard price should be multiplied by that, and we have to subtract the closing stock value. That is the value of closing stock we have to subtract. So, and this will gives you the material price variance, and if it is in minus, it is unfavorable, that is its loss. And if it is in positive figure, it is treated as a favorable one and it is treated as a profit. Okay, while doing the problem you will come to know all these things. And next, how to calculate this standard price, it depends on this formula. And standard price, for calculating that, opening stock value plus debit balance of material variance. Okay, this debit balance of material variance will be given in the problem, that we have to write it here. Okay, and opening stock will also be available in the problem, right? That we have to take it here, and the value should be taken here, and it should be added with the debit balance of material variance. If the credit balance of material variance is given, we have to subtract that here. Okay, opening stock value minus credit balance of material variance if credit balance was given. Okay, and it should be divided by the opening balance in units. Normally this will be given in the problem itself, that we have to do it here. Using this formula we can find the standard price, or in some problem the standard price will be given. Okay, in that category we have to take the standard price straight away. Okay, if the standard price is not given in the problem, we have to apply this formula and we have to find the standard price. Okay, in order to find out the material price variance, and also for issues we have to use the standard price. Yeah, let's see one problem. Yes, here we have the problem. The standard price of material is fixed at rupees 14 per unit. Okay, in this problem the standard price was given, so we can take this price for issuing the materials. Prepare the stores ledger account showing pricing of material issues under standard price method. Okay, the particulars was given. We have a opening stock. Okay, we'll start doing the problem. We'll start with the opening stock. Balance brought down 2000 units, 14 is the rate, so the amount is 28,000. Okay, and next on 5th we have a received, that is material received. So we'll write in the receipts column 500 units at the rate of 15, 7,500. Okay, in the balance column we have to add this quantity and the amount. Okay, we should not write the rate here. Okay, and the next one we have a issue, that is on 7th we have a issue 1000 units. So this 1000 units is to be issued at the standard price. Okay, the standard price is given in the problem, that is 14 rupees. So we have to issue at this standard price. The amount is 14,000. Okay, and the balance we have to subtract it from the quantity as well as from the amount. So the balance available here is 1500 units and 21,500 rupees. And next on 10th we have another issue, and this issue is to be issued at 14 rupees, that is the standard price. So 200 into 14 rupees, 2,800, and this should be subtracted from the balance, and the balance available is 1,300, 18,700 rupees. Okay, And next we have units received, that is 800 units at 13 per unit. So I'll write it in the receipt column. It is 10,400. Okay, in balance column we have to add this. Okay, if we issue, we have to subtract it from the balance column. If we receive any quantity, that is material, we have to add it in the balance column. That's it. Okay, and the issue must be at this standard price. And this standard price is normally given in the problem, or else we have to find the standard price using that formula. Okay, that formula we have to find out the standard price, and we have to use that standard price for issuing here. And on 14th, we have a issue 1200 units, and it should be issued at 14 rupees. So the amount 16,800, and this quantity and amount is to be subtracted from the balance column. So we'll get 900 units and 12,300 rupees. Okay, and next one we have a issue again 400 units. So I'll write it in the issue column, and the rate of issue is 14 rupees and the amount is 5,600. Okay, and we have to subtract this from the balance column. So we'll get 500 units and 6,700 rupees. And next on 20th we have a receipt. Okay, that is we received the goods. So its cost 16 rupees and the units is 600. So we'll get 9,600. And this thing we have to add with the balance. So the balance available here now, quantity is 1,100 and the amount is 16,300. Okay. And next on 26th we have a issue 200 and the rate of this issue is 14 rupees. So the amount will be 2,800. Okay, and this should be subtracted from the balance column. So the available balance is 900 units and 13,500 rupees. Okay, and next on 28th we have a receipt. So we'll write it in the receipt column 200 units at the rate of 12. So the amount is 2,400 and we have to add this with the balance. So we'll get 1,100 units and the amount is 15,900. Okay, and the last one, that is issue on 30th 100 units and this to be issued at 14 rupees. So the amount is 1,400. Okay, now we have to subtract it from the balance. 1,100 minus 100 will get 1,000 and 15,900 minus this 1,400 will get 14,500. Okay, whenever we receive, we have to write it in the receipt column. Whenever we have issue, we have to write it in the issue column. And while receiving, we have to add it with the balance, and while issuing, we have to subtract it from the balance. Okay, and the issue will be at the standard price. If the standard price is given in the problem, we have to take that. Otherwise, we have to find the standard price using that formula. Okay, I have given you the formula, right? Using that formula, you have to find out. In this problem, the standard price is given, that is 14 rupees. So all the issue, irrespective of the date, you have to issue at 14 rupees. Okay. Now the closing stock we know. Closing stock is 1,000 units and the value is 14,500. Okay. And the next step to this is we have to find out the material price variance. We saw earlier, that is the formula to calculate this material price variance is closing stock units into standard price minus closing stock value. Here we have the closing stock units, that is 1,000 units, and the standard price is 14 rupees. Okay, and closing stock value is 14,500 here. So if we substitute in that formula, we'll get minus 500. Okay, we should not write minus 500. It is a loss. Okay, so instead of that, we can write it unfavorable. Okay, So that I have written here rupees 500 unfavorable. Okay, if it is in a positive figure, we can write favorable. If it is in a negative figure, we have to write unfavorable. Okay, I hope you all understand how to work out the problem under standard price method. Okay, I have given you a small problem for you to practice. Thank you for your patient listening.